Sapaka Namaskaramu. Good afternoon. Just checking my time, everybody. My friend Ajay Mishra and my Iranian counterpart and Sir here on the dais and all of you present. I must say that when I walked in here about an hour and a bit ago, hour and 15 minutes, I was absolutely thrilled to see an absolutely packed hall. And I thought really, finally we're seeing that renewable energy has become an issue that people absolutely care about and want to engage with. But then I realized there were other reasons the hall was so packed. And perhaps it's a pity because a lot of people that took awards, maybe you're still here, congratulations if you were a recipient. But actually a lot of people that took awards, a lot of people that were sitting on this top table are exactly the people that should be here now listening to what's being spoken. But they've left. And I honestly think, that is a missed opportunity. Because in order to make progress on many issues, we need to have the key policy makers, decision makers, and leaders of industry together in one room. Somehow we've managed to get to a state now where the room is half empty. But nevertheless, for those of you here, and my friends up on the dais, today's theme is about building robust energy ecosystem, and I definitely want to talk about the UK's government vision in this respect, and particularly our collaboration partnership with India as well, and particularly at the state level. But first of all, let me say that, in the last 2 difficult years, kindness is something that I think we've all learned a lot about having more respect for each other and being fairer and all of that. But actually, one thing that is even more important than that is being kind to our planet. And really this planet is in peril. This is why the COP that's just happened in Glasgow, that's already been mentioned, and undoubtedly I'll come back to that too, is something that was so important. The decisions that come out of COP, the future policies are one thing, but what that COP will be judged on is what countries do in 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, in terms of delivering on their pledges. And the UK's pledge to decarbonize our electricity system by 2035, is one example. It is a key fundamental milestone in our ambitious journey towards net zero. It will shift us away from volatile fossil fuels and turbocharge our use of the homegrown green technologies, from wind and hydrogen, as Mr. Mishra referred to in his speech, to solar and carbon capture, utilization and storage. It is an exciting vision, not only economically, but also in dealing with the climate crisis. The UK has so far made great progress in diversifying its energy mix. At COP26, our Prime Minister Boris Johnson made a commitment that will lead to and show the world how committed we are in the fight against climate change. So by 2035, all our electricity will come from clean sources subject to of course, to the security and supply. And we will be, in achieving this, bringing forward the UK's original commitment to decarbonise fully by a full 15 years. Now, this is ambitious. It's really ambitious. And to succeed, we will need new innovation, a lot of new innovation, new learning, new partnerships. We need to share the best practice with others who have similar commitments and ambitions. And in this regard, India is absolutely a key partner, and I believe Hyderabad is absolutely a key city with all the innovation that comes out of this brilliant city. So, what does our progress look like at the moment back in the UK? I'll give you a bit of a stock take. In Q2 of 2021, plug-in, hybrid, battery electric, range extended electric or fuel cell electric cars accounted for just under 15% of all newly registered cars. 2 years earlier, the figure was 2.3%. This was achieved against a general reduction in new car registrations and also as a result of our COVID pandemic. And in November alone, it meant that 100,000 new electric vehicles were registered in the UK, in my country, which is, after all, a relatively small island in the scheme of things. So we're making good progress on that front. And we have Go Ultra Low cities. These are Oxford, Milton Keynes, Nottingham, York, Dundee, London, and a couple of regions, the west of England and the northeast, which are fast integrating electric mobility within their transportation systems. The aim was to create a cohort of exemplar cities and regions that lead the way in promoting electric vehicles, tackling air quality, and reducing carbon emissions, not just for the benefit of the UK, but to come back to my earlier point, to share the experience, to share the journey, to share the learning with other countries, with other cities, including the city of Hyderabad. And alongside the transport decarbonation plan, the government published a delivery plan which outlines the policies and investments the government is going to take out to support the transition to zero-emission cars and vans. In October 2021, the UK government announced its plan to introduce a ZEV mandate, zero electric vehicle mandate, sorry, I mustn't use acronyms, from 2024 to support the uptake of zero-emission vehicles. The mandate will set targets for the percentage of manufacturers' new car and van sales that need to be zero-emission each year from 2024, just over 2 years away from now. And the UK is working with Telangana already. E-mobility movement in India has received a fresh boost at our recent COP26 from Prime Minister Modi's historic net zero commitment and by India's support for the Glasgow breakthrough on transport and the zero emissions vehicle declaration. At COP26, India joined 6 emerging markets and developing economies pledging to work intensely towards accelerated proliferation and adoption of zero-emission vehicles. 16 other Indian institutions also signed a declaration, including Uber India, Hyderabad-born company Gaia Motors, Avira, Etrio, the Indian Chamber of Commerce, to whom my friend here has some advisory honorary role, I learned just now, and a number of others. We are now working closely with the Indian government on awareness creation, battery manufacturing and innovation, and policy development. It has been agreed with the Ministry of Power at the Government of India to accelerate smart power and renewable energy mix in a few Indian states. And we are committed to bringing the best the UK has to offer through this partnership. Our policy, best practice, our green EV supply chain, and cutting-edge renewable energy innovations. To encourage consumers and businesses to take up EVs, we've worked with Niti Aayog on a new state-of-the-art National Electric Vehicles web portal called e-Amrit, which was launched in Glasgow during the COP26. And in this regard, our partnership with the Telangana state government will see the implementation of this web portal at the state and city levels, along with the preparation of a roadmap to enhance adoption. And let me point out that Hyderabad is one of only 3 cities in India chosen for this pilot, Bangalore and Mumbai being the others 2. And the selection is based on the potential evidenced by the commitments and progress that we've already seen the state is making, and which earlier speakers in the previous session, including the governor, acknowledged significant progress on. So I'm very much looking forward to that. The UK has always shared a wonderful partnership with Indian states in clean energy transition, and that very much applies in both Telangana and neighbouring Andhra Pradesh, and I look forward to seeing that grow in the coming months as some of what I talk about turns into reality. It's a great pleasure to be working with the state government here on their EV vision, and to be engaging on knowledge exchange to address these common challenges and shared priorities so we can collectively be kinder to our world. I look forward to working with many of you, as I have done in the past, to make sure we can achieve these ambitious goals. And it's very, very exciting, actually, when we look ahead at the kind of prospects we have, while obviously trying to negotiate what can be and will continue to be a challenging time in the short term. Let me thank the organisers and apologise for my frustrations about the delay. My diary is rather packed today. I do appreciate the platform. I do appreciate the chance to address you. I urge you to take away not necessarily what I've said here, but what you hear and learn from all of the speakers as you interact with this important event. It's a shame there aren't more people here, but you are clearly those who are willing to give up your early Sundays and engage on an issue which ultimately is one of the most important global issues we face today. God bless you all, and thank you very much.